Alrighty, it has been just about 2 months since I had surgery. I haven't talked to you guys about the whole surgery process in about a month and a half, and here I am. Things are getting better. It has definitely been a slow road, but here I am speaking a lot more clearly. I wanted to hit on a couple things. First of all, I'm very sorry that I didn't document the whole thing more than I did. When I went into it as kind of like an amateur, hobby video maker, I really wanted to document it to the fullest extent possible. But for the lack of a better term, this entire surgery completely knocked me on my I was told that it was probably going to be pretty rough and that the recovery and everything would be difficult. It was a lot worse than even I expected. So for that, I'm sorry, that I didn't include as much of it as I wanted. My goal was honestly to kind of provide the life events of it all for somebody else that could potentially be going through this, but I didn't have the strength emotionally or physically to do any kind of video. So for that, I'm sorry. But hopefully the videos we did make kind of alluded to that, and they showed you where I was at in the recovery process. So please check those out. We did like 5 or 6 videos of the day before, the day of, and then definitely check those out. Here we are, right at 2 months after the surgery, and life has finally kind of taken a turn. I was telling somebody the other day, I finally feel like I've turned the corner on the recovery process. I can eat just about anything that you put in front of me. It takes me a lot longer to eat than it ever has. I used to be a pretty quick eater. The reason that it takes me so long to eat and that the recovery is still going on is I am still experiencing a considerable amount of numbness. So pretty much from the dividing point right here at the halfway mark on my lip and my chin, all the way right here and then on down to the rest of my lower lip is completely numb. I don't feel anything. The other day I was at work and I was talking to somebody and he was like, "Hey dude, you're drooling." But there is the chance that between 6 months to a year after the surgery I will regain feeling, but it's probably highly unlikely. I'm probably going to have to deal with that for the rest of my life. They removed the top portion of my jaw. They completely removed it out. Well, this whole line, if you had to draw like a line up here, this is where they cut it all out. Well, all of this is completely numb still too. So, and as well as the top teeth on this side, totally numb. So really hoping that I regain some sensation in those areas, but it's not guaranteed. So with all that being said, am I glad I did this? Yes, I'm glad I did. I'm more glad that it's over, but I am glad I did it. Would I do it again? Cliffhanger moment. Absolutely not. If I had the opportunity to go back and undo and kind of like unsign those consent papers, I would totally take it back. I was telling my wife that I feel like the best analogy is that if somebody gave you the opportunity to go take a 1-hour tour of what hell was like, knowing that you could come back to your life, would you do it? And I think a lot of people would. And I will say that I went to what is probably some sort of equivalent to my personal hell. And you might think that that's me joking and kind of like blowing it out of proportion, but it really was. I'm a happy person by default, and I entered into a level of depression that I've never known during the recovery of this. There was a sadness, there was a loneliness, there was a fear, there was a lot of pain physically. So it was a very, very challenging recovery for me. So yeah, I feel as though I have been to my personal hell. Fortunately, I was able to recover and come back from that, but definitely a challenging period of my life that I will never ever forget, and I will always be grateful that I don't have to live in that any longer. That being said, I feel like a better person because I went through it, if that makes any sense. I definitely appreciate some small things that were part of my life prior that went away for a period of time and are still not quite back up to par. There's a lot of little things that I appreciate now that I had the ability to do before the surgery. So, but I am glad that I had it done. Oddly enough, it's really weird to say that because, like I said, my mouth functions the way it should. I don't have the overbite that I used to have. I'm not dealing with, so far I'm not dealing with the idea of, or the concept of biting my tongue as much as I used to because of how narrow my palate was. I don't know, I feel conflicted about it. I'm happy that it's over with. I'm happy with the results. I would never in a million years do it again. I wouldn't wish any of that on my worst enemy. So yeah, it's difficult. So if you yourself are thinking about having this surgery, or you have a loved one or a family member or a friend or anything like that that is getting ready to have the surgery, please, please, please consider the big picture. So is this just cosmetic? If so, I would say run away from it and don't do it. Is this a functionality of your mouth? But a lot of people could probably manage without. If you want a little further advice from me, or you have any other questions, please feel free to comment down below or shoot me an email at theloveliesvlog@gmail.com and let me know, and I will be more than happy to talk to you about my experience with it. Otherwise, I will say this too. You guys in the YouTube community were awesome through this entire thing. I would have never in a million years thought that, you know, total strangers would invest themselves, their emotions, their time into my recovery. And for that, thank you so much. It was very encouraging to know that there were people out there that, you know, I was in their thoughts and prayers, and it definitely helped me get through. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate that. I'm very blessed to have you guys for those words of encouragement that were left in comments and emails and things like that. So thank you so much. So yeah, I guess the next time I'll see you guys is the day I get my braces off. It's gonna be, I guess, the final chapter of all of this, and I'm really looking forward to it. So in the meantime, if you thought this video was helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check us out on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And we will see you guys in a few short months, hopefully without braces. Thanks for watching. See you guys around.